Hey everybody, Sami Abu Saad here. I am Director of Education at T3 Live. Welcome to my weekly videos. As always, thanks for tuning in. We're going to be talking about the US equities market in this video. In the next video, I will record a video on Bitcoin. But for now, we're going to be talking about the equities market. Let me just fix the chart real quick. Not sure why it's showing up like this. So let me just fix the chart real quick, okay? All right, here we go. Should be good now. All right, great. Sorry about the last video. That was the microphone didn't, I guess, work or something like this. But back again. Before I get started, I need to show you the standard required disclaimer to let you know that trading is risky and that whatever we discuss today is for educational purposes only. With that said, let's get started. First, market. We had a gap up in Microsoft on Friday, yesterday, and a big sell-off. Not because Microsoft is a weak stock, not because the gap was actually bearish, but more so because probably the market is tired. It's been moving up a lot. So is Microsoft, up so much, extended on the larger time frames. So that's why it got sold. We also had a green bar the day before the gap. We prefer, professional gaps come from red bars. Professional gaps are surprise gaps. They basically trap people. No, they don't come from green bars. But again, this gap didn't get sold because it was a bad gap. It got sold because the market is just a little tired. So for next week, my bias is going to be neutral and day to day. Unless we get this bar negated like first thing on Monday morning. Unless this bar gets negated quickly, then I think we're gonna be neutral next week, because we're still bullish. I mean, this is an uptrend, rising 20. We're at the rising 20. It did start to flatten out a little bit. See this? It started to just kind of go sideways a little bit. That's the 20 period moving average. But the point is, overall, we're bullish. Bullish on the daily, bullish on the weekly, bullish on the monthly. Let me show you. Bullish on the monthly, but just a little tired at the moment. And for next week, again, my bias is going to be neutral and day to day, is unless we get that red bar negated first thing on Monday. After wide range bar, usually we get a narrow range bar. Probably 80% of the time we get a narrow range bar after wide range bar. So that's what I'm expecting. And then after that, it's going to be day to day, because we have a lot of big names reporting, a lot of big companies. Facebook on Tuesday. We have Coca-Cola, we have Visa, we have Texas Instruments, Boeing, and more importantly, we have Amazon, Google, Intel, and Starbucks, all reporting on the same day, on Thursday. I'm looking at the earnings calendar here. So I downloaded the earnings calendar this morning. So we have, look at this, we have Amazon, Google, Intel, Starbucks, so all on the same day. So that's pretty crazy. And that is going to be the catalyst for next week, for the market. It's going to be these big companies and how investors react to their reports. We also have Tesla, we have PayPal, we have Comcast, we have 3M, Lockheed Martin. I mean, just you name it. We have a lot of big names for next week. All right. Okay, so that's my bias on the market, just day to day and mostly neutral. As for the swing plays, here's what we got. We have ABT 1, 2, 3. I prefer to have the second bar, the red bar, to be inside of the range of the first bar. That's a 1, 2. That's what a 1, 2, 3 pattern really is a 2-bar breakout. So you play long above the highs of both bars 1 and 2. But in this case, it's not within the range. It's still okay. Long right here, stop right there. Okay, on ABT. Next on the list is AMX. Really weak. If it transitions successfully on the hourly chart, then I would say, that's fine. Would be fine to play it right here long, stop right here. But at the moment, it doesn't look likely, and it's really weak. But if it transitions, would be okay. DF already transitioned on the daily chart, but it really hasn't taken out the resistance yet at $1.18. So over $1.18 with a stop under the base right here. I'd expect it to go up for 1 or 2 more days only. Okay, 1 or 2 more days. In fact, if it pops really hard on Monday and I'm in it, I'll look to exit probably in the same day, depending on if it gets to the declining 20 or not on the weekly chart. So depending on how much it moves. So DF, I feel it has 1 or 2 more days in it. IPOA, tell you the truth, I've never heard of the stock until it gapped this day. Okay? Otherwise, I don't think I've ever heard of it. What a beautiful uptrend. Look at that. It doesn't move very much, but just a really nice uptrend. And now has a buy setup, pulled back to the rising 20 on the daily chart, has a buy setup over 10.54. Stop, 10.44, 10-cent stop, with a target at around 10.80, giving you about 2.5 to 1 in reward to risk. Okay? About 2 to 2.5 to 1 reward to risk. Next on the list is the KPTI. Remember I said ABT, I would have liked it more if the second bar, this bar, was within the range of the first bar. Well, KPT, it's got a narrow range bar that's within the first bar's range, and it has a breakout. So that's not bad at all. Over the base, stop under the red bar's low. Okay, so what's the number? Okay, well, look at it on your own platform. I don't want this video to be too long, but here, over 844, I'd say over 845, the stop would be under 810, giving you a 35-cent stop. Okay, on the KPTI. LK, this is a relatively new issue, just a couple months old, not even, and I haven't played it yet. It's been pretty sloppy, flat 20, triggered a buy setup, but I like now what I'm seeing on the hourly chart. So if we take out the base right here, then that will be an entry long over 2050 with a stop under 1950. Target for this would be, let's take a look at the daily chart. Target 1 would be around $22, I guess, just shy of 22, and target 2 would be in this area up top, so around, let's say, 25.50 or so, 25 maybe. Okay, so those would be the targets for the LK. And last but not least is SIG. SIG is exactly like DF. It triggered on Thursday long. I didn't do it, but now has another entry over 1912, I believe. Yes, 1912, because I already looked at these before I came on the mic, so I remember some of those prices. If you're in the strategic swing trader, I picked 3 plays for Monday, so feel free to log on to your account, T3 Live account, and you will see which items I picked. I'm going to be playing 1 long and 2 shorts on Monday. 1 long and 2 shorts. There's a lot of good short ideas, a lot better than the long ideas, tell you the truth. But I already have 3 open positions short, so I'm looking to add 2 more from this list. If you don't want to log on to your account, no problem. You'll get the email alert first thing on Monday morning at 8 a.m. or so. All right. AIMT is a 1, 2, 3. It broke down and has a narrow range bar, so short under it, stop above. Okay, 1 penny below, 1 penny above. BCRX and CBAY look exactly the same on the daily chart. It's a breakdown. Short right here, stop right here. Target in the prior pivot low here, somewhere at 285. I think the low is 280. So somewhere above it would be a good area to take profit, giving you about 2 to 1 in reward to risk, slightly more. CBAY, same exact thing. It's a base breakdown. Short right here, stop right here. Target would be around $5. FTSV is a 1, 2, 3. Had a bearish gap down, doji bar. It's kind of a 1, 2, 3, 4 short. I like it, but just a big stop. GWB is a sell setup on the hourly chart and a 1, 2, 3, 4 on the daily. So short under the base, which is 32.63, if I recall correctly. And that low is 32.63. Stop over 33.20. Okay, about a 60-cent stop. Target 1, 31. Target 1 would be, I would just target 31. I would ignore 30.70 as a target, 31.70. I just say 31 bucks would be the target on the GWB. I like it, not bad. Not the most liquid stock, but in swing trading, since I'm not looking to get in and out quickly and capture pennies, I'm looking to capture more, more of a big move. I don't mind if the stock is a little thin. Day trading, I focus on things that do over 1 million, generally speaking. But in swing trading, I can go all the way down to even 300,000 shares a day. I already have a position in it short, triggered the sell setup a couple of days ago, 3 days ago. And now it's looking lower one more time. This has a beautiful monthly chart. Looks good short on the monthly to 25 bucks. So it has a big reward to risk. I'm looking to add to it under 29.90. Under this space, stop above. Actually, you could put the stop over the green bar's high too. LILK looks gorgeous on the monthly chart. It's been in a downtrend forever and has a sell setup plus kind of a 1, 2, 3 on the monthly chart. So I do like this breakdown lower, and then pins, PINS, broke down already a couple days ago, but has kind of a continuation pattern, another base, so short stop. It's a $1 stop, target 24 bucks. Okay. Last is the TTMI, which is a base breakdown on the daily, probably a weekly sell setup. Yes, it is. And then I don't know about the monthly. Monthly just bearish, but it doesn't really have a pattern. They don't all have to have a pattern, the daily, weekly, and monthly. Only the daily has to have a specific pattern, but the weekly and the monthly, they just can't be in conflict with the daily. So I want to have multiple time frame alignment. Hopefully they all look great, but the most important time frame for swing trading is the daily. I use the hourly to finesse or perfect my entry. Sometimes, most of the time, the daily and the hourly provide the same pattern or the same kind of entry, but I like to look at the hourly just to make sure that I can get the tightest stop possible. All right. With that said, I am going to wish you a happy, joyful rest of the weekend and a great trading week next week. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to check out the links in the description. Hit the like button, that helps us out a lot. And I will talk to you if you're interested in cryptocurrency. I'll talk to you in just a couple of minutes. I'm going to record a video on Bitcoin, which has a pretty interesting pattern setting up right now. So tune in if you're interested. If not, again, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll talk to you hopefully next week. Thanks so much, and good trading, everybody.